What's going on, guys? Again, I'm back. Part 2. Kevin Zadai and Tracy Cooke, okay? But this one is particularly for Tracy. We're gonna watch just for a few minutes. He appeared with Kevin Zadai on Inspiration Network, ISN, the ministry led or founded by sidroth with Supernatural Network. Okay, so he talks about, by the way, Tracy operates in all the gifts of the Spirit, okay? But prophecy is a big one that is known for, to give prophetic words, prophetic utterances. So here, and he has gone to heaven, he has seen heaven, he has gone to the future. But here he had the vision. God showed him 2 assassination attempts on Trump as president. Yes, I'm not making this up. It's dangerous and it's scary. Let's watch it.
What are you going to do with this eagle? He said, what I'm going to do with this eagle is the responsibility of the prophetic voices. They have the responsibility to shift the climate and the atmosphere where this eagle can soar, because the eagle has the ability to take the greatest winds of opposition and soar with it without losing energy or height. And the eagles only follow the air to see in depth in muddy waters. So America has the ability, through the prophetic voices, to rise to the occasion and seize the moment and say, no, we're going to take back territory. We're going to take back our lands. We're going to rise to the occasion where we're going to be the dominating forces in America. Why? Because it affects the world and Israel. What we do now matters for tomorrow.
You said something and slipped right by it, and I have to question you. You used the term assassination.
Well, in the same
clarify
dream,
that?
In the same dream, that Lord spoke to me before Trump got into office. He said Trump would be elected as a president. He'll buck the system. Then he spoke to me about the second election. Then he showed me 2 places, gave me the name.
So God showed him about the 2 attempts of assassination on Trump, and also it's dangerous, by the way. Yeah, it's really bad. And then he says even God showed him the name and the address of the person who was supposed to do that. Okay, it's scary, right? Let's listen.
Gave me the addresses, which I'm not going to speak them for the air, but
the address of location,
the location
of where the assassination.
He showed me the first attempt.
By the way, he also said the second election. Okay, the second re-election. Tracy saw Trump winning second term, but obviously that's a failed prophecy. But let's focus on this assassination attempt.
And what was going to happen, it would be a bluff, but the second attempt would be the mark.
Did you hear the first attempt of assassination will be blocked? Okay?
And the bluff just happened not too long ago.
Right.
But the second attempt would be the mark. And then the Lord gave me a dream about 3 days ago. He showed me, before that, he showed me the percentage of the assassination. John F. Kennedy walked in. Moses and Elijah stood there. American flag over a coffin. John F. Kennedy walks in, Trump walks in, and Kennedy points to him, and then he looks to me. He said, he's the next one. And I began to look in the face of Elijah and Moses, and they said, you have a responsibility to warn the world. And I said, Lord, can it be prevented? Then I started thinking about his children. I lost a daughter, so I immediately began to think about the agony. I said, man, his children are going to be they're going to be fatherless. And I said, Lord, I began to, because I'm known as American Cyclops Prophet. And just not...
Excuse me, he actually literally put sackcloth on for days and prays and fasts. Go ahead.
And in that, I said, Lord, can this change? Because it would be so
America's sackcloth prophet. That's Tracy.
Devastating to the land. And the Lord gave me the number of the percentage, and it was very low. And I said, this cannot occur.
What's the percentage meaning he'd be assassinated?
Because the Lord told me they're going to try to impeach him, but it will not work. Then they're going to try riots, and that did not work.
So he said they will try to impeach him. It won't work. Trump got impeached twice. I think you're confusing with the trial being convicted in the Senate. You know, I had I had somebody argue on my video, one of my videos, like, hey, by the way, Clement, when he prophesied about Trump being impeached, he wasn't wrong. Trump has never been impeached. It's like, what are you talking about? What world do you live in? He's been impeached twice. He just wasn't removed.
All the attention, distraction, and then the virus and all that I saw too. But he said, this is the last...
He saw it all. He saw it, the impeachment, the virus, the assassination. I just wonder why he didn't warn people before the virus. It's like, oh, this thing is coming. You as a prophet, you've seen it. You know, the elections, you know, now Trump has lost. You saw winning. You saw that he will actually be president. But I guess you didn't see the fraud and the litigation and what's going on.
They have. And then like 3 days ago, I said, Lord, because I've been crying out to the Lord, just not only, everybody's been crying out, just not one prophetic voice, because he had 7,000 more that not bend their knees to the spirit of Baal. And the Lord showed me, he said, I'm going to shift this now, but tell them how to shift it. Tell them what they're...
If you voted for Trump, rather, if you voted for Biden, you bended your knee to the spirit of Baal. How dare you?
Responsibility is. And then I saw, that's where I saw the visitation of the 7 angels gather hands together. And I saw a golden vial coming and the glory of God. And then I started seeing the percentage change and the numbers went up. It was really relief. Because I said, all right, this can be spared. This can be reversed.
But should we continue praying for his supernatural protection?
Absolutely. That was the first angel that gave me. He said, this is the protection. Because I'm not out to be gloom and doom, and that's just not me. That's no part of me. But also, too, we have warnings that we have to give out.
But
so
again,
change it.
That's it.
So
I want you to get that.
All right, guys. So that is a discussion and conversation that the sackcloth prophet, our own Tracy Cooke, all right? He's mentioned so many things that he saw in heaven, the vision God gave him. He gives the prophetic, the prophetic word, and obviously some of it has failed. So, again, like I say, if God didn't tell you, didn't show you, don't say the Lord told me. And if the Lord showed you, and if the Lord told you, it's gotta be 100% accurate and can never be, can never contradict with Scripture. So, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you check out other videos that I've done and leave me a comment. Let's have a conversation about this video. Thank you so much. Shalom.